Hello and welcome. Congratulations on having completed the chapter on navigation shortcuts. I urge you to use these shortcuts in order to navigate the Excel sheet. In this lesson, we are going to learn about the ribbon. If you remember, the ribbon is the top part of the Excel window. If you notice, the ribbon has several tabs. It has the Home tab, followed by the Insert tab, Page Layout, Formulas, Data, and so on. In the Home tab, you will see several groups of buttons. This is one group of buttons. This is another group, and so on. These groups have been formed by putting together buttons which have similar functionalities. Now let me demonstrate what these functionalities are with the help of an example. If I enter some text in the cell and I click on this button, it will bold the text in the cell. Similarly, all of these buttons in the Home tab, they all have their own uses, and we will learn each of these buttons and their uses in subsequent lessons. But before we do that, I want to introduce you to something called keyboard shortcuts. Keyboard shortcuts, as the name suggests, is a shortcut to accessing any of the functionalities in the ribbon. For example, if I have to bold this cell, I would typically go to the ribbon and click on the bold button. However, that is time consuming, and there is a shortcut which can help me do the same thing without even touching my mouse. If I click on the Alt button, followed by the H button, and then the 1 button, you will see that the text in the cell becomes bold. Therefore, keyboard shortcuts basically help you use the keyboard instead of the mouse to use any of the ribbon functionalities. That might sound trivial, but using keyboard shortcuts is the single most effective tool to increasing your speed in Excel. A point to note is that unlike the navigation shortcuts where you had to press and hold the Ctrl and Shift keys down, for keyboard shortcuts you do not need to hold the Alt button down. So in this case, you can press and release the Alt button, then press and release the H button, and then press the 1 button. So you don't have to keep the Alt and the H button pressed down when you're pressing the 1 button. Now there are over hundreds of functionalities in the ribbon, and each of these functionalities have their own keyboard shortcuts. Thankfully, you don't have to remember all of them. Excel will help you with the shortcut. If you just press on the Alt button, you will see that each of these tabs have been highlighted with a letter. H for Home, N for Insert, P for Page Layout, M for Formulas, and so on. Now if you click on H, you will see that all the functionalities in the Home button, they have been highlighted with their respective shortcuts. And you can see that 1 is for the bold button. Therefore, you don't really need to remember the keyboard shortcuts. Just press the Alt button and then follow the lead provided by Excel. So that's it for this video. See you next time, and thanks for watching.